Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This video is for the people who are going to travel to Mexico for the first time. Or if you're planning your first international travel, then you must watch this video. Well, the reason I decided to make this video is because I still remember my first international travel. It was with my husband and kids to Budapest. It was because of my husband's project. And at that time, my kids were really small. My younger one, Alekia, was around 6 months old and Ananya was just 2 years old. And I remember stuffing the bag with so many unnecessary things because I didn't know what was available there or what was not available there. So for me, everything was important and I kept stuffing my bag with that. And when we went to the airport, obviously the luggage was overweight, then we had to remove so many things, and with 2 small kids in hand, it was a terrible experience. So I thought I will at least tell people who are coming here so they know what is already available here and what you don't really have to carry. In that way, it would be easy for you to travel or to make your first international travel. So shall we begin? The first and the most important thing that you need to bring without fail are your documents. Your birth certificates of all the family members, I mean the people who are traveling with you to Mexico, and the marriage certificate if you're married, and of course your education certificates. And always keep them in your hand luggage. Don't keep them in your check-in bags because in case you lose your check-in or in case the bag is mishandled, then you might lose them. So it's better to keep them in a folder and keep them along with you in your hand luggage. In case you're planning to bring any electronics like camera, iPads, laptops, the ones that you're using, or even if it's for a gift, then don't forget to keep them in your hand baggage. Never keep them in your check-in because the travel time from India to Mexico is really long and there are 2 transits in between. So you might lose them, or as I said, it can be mishandled. So you don't want a broken camera when you reach here in Mexico. So always keep them in your hand luggage and try to pack it in a very safe way and bring it here. Next comes clothes. We are always confused as to how many clothes we have to bring. Well, my personal advice would be, in case you have something expensive, okay, bring them here. But otherwise, everything else is available here, especially casual clothes, formal clothes, suits, everything that you need for work. So everything is available here. So you don't really have to overstuff your bag with these clothes. Well, if you like Indian clothes, then yes, please bring them because you don't get Indian clothes here in Mexico. There are few stores which sell them, but they are very expensive and not even the ones that are trendy. So if you want to bring some Indian clothes like saris, kurtis or kurtas, then bring them here because that's not available. I know many of you would ask me the prices of the clothes here. Well, if you're going to compare the prices and if you're going to convert the Mexican pesos to Indian rupees, then definitely it's going to be expensive for you. So my advice is don't convert the Mexican pesos to Indian rupees because obviously when you come here, you're going to earn in Mexican pesos. So start thinking like that because all of us have this habit of converting the Mexican pesos to Indian rupees and then telling ourselves, oh my God, it's so expensive. I can't go buy there. Let me take everything from India. But no, when you come here, think from that point of view that you're going to earn in Mexican pesos. So obviously you have to spend in Mexican pesos. In that way, I feel it's not that expensive here in Mexico. So stop comparing the prices from Mexican pesos to Indian rupees and then you can happily shop here too. The next comes accessories. I know many women out there must be thinking, should I take these jewelry which match my dress, or should I take these gold jewelries to Mexico? And let me tell you, my advice would be don't bring too many things here because here in Mexico we don't really have big gatherings. Maybe once in for Diwali, or maybe you will have small gatherings if you're going to make some Indian friends here. Then you might have small gatherings during festivals. So for that, there's no point bringing too many jewelry which you might not even use if you're coming here for just 2 or 3 years. So just bring things that are necessary because normal jewelries like earrings and rings and chains, necklace, everything is available here in Mexico too. So because I know in USA the Indian community is bigger and they have a lot of gatherings. So obviously when they go to USA, you will see that Indian women are dressed traditionally with heavy jewelry, with heavy sari. But here in Mexico, as I said, the community is small, so we don't really have so many gatherings. So I don't want you to bring too many things to Mexico and then thinking these things have gone waste, I can't even use them. So think accordingly and just bring things which are necessary and which you think you will use for gatherings here in Mexico. Coming to personal care items or makeup, well, most of the big brands are available here in Mexico. So you don't really have to bring too many things like big shampoo bottle or big conditioner, because all that is available here too. So don't really stuff your bag with these unnecessary things. Maybe you can bring it for a couple of months and after that you can shop here in Mexico. Also remember to pack these things in your check-in bag, because I know most of you know it, but let me repeat it, that you cannot keep in your hand baggage any liquid items more than 100 ml. So everything above 100 ml should be kept in your check-in bag, and pack them really well. Try to put a tape on these shampoo or conditioner or any liquid things. Oil, I know most of you would try to bring coconut oil. We get coconut oil here in Mexico too, and very good quality. So don't bring any big bottle of coconut oil, because after coming here you will find that it's available here. So just bring small bottles which you can use after coming here for a couple of months, and then you can buy it here. So pack them really well, tape them really well on the top, and then keep them in your hand baggage. So in case it is mishandled, it doesn't spill and spoil your other things. And my personal advice is to keep all these things in one bag. Don't keep them along with your clothes, because there's high chance that your luggage is mishandled and one of it can open and then it will spoil all your clothes. So keep all the groceries in a separate bag, so even if there is any problem, it would leak inside that bag and your other things are not spoiled. So next point is groceries. I know many of you must be thinking what things I should take to Mexico. Is this available there? Well, as I mentioned earlier, there is an Indian store here in most of the big cities, like in Mexico City, Queretaro, Guadalajara. And these Indian stores are delivering goods to other cities in Mexico too. So don't really have to worry if you're not coming to these cities. So the next question would be, what should I take to Mexico? Well, if you are particular, then bring some spices, because they are allowed here. So you can just bring some chole masala or sambar masalas or any other such powders, because powders are allowed here in Mexico. So you can bring those packets and you can then use them for a couple of months, and later you can buy from the Indian stores. But you cannot bring any lentils, which are dals, or rice, or any rajma or beans. These things are not allowed. They will take it off in the airport, so don't waste your time packing them. Don't bring any lentils or any dals. But as I said, you can bring them in the powdered form. So if there are any mothers for small kids, I'm sure you will have this question that I cannot really go to the Indian store the moment I go to Mexico. So what should I do? Well, you can bring them in powdered form and then you can cook for your little one. But otherwise, lentils are not allowed here in Mexico. And even when you bring powders, my advice would be, don't bring or don't waste your time bringing chili powder or turmeric powder, because all that is available here locally. So why do you want to just carry them unnecessarily and waste your time? Bring small packets which you can use it for a few days, and later you can buy from the Indian store. Next comes kitchen utensils. I'm sure most of you must be wondering what kitchen or what type of kitchen utensils are available here in Mexico, and should I take the ones that I have in India? Well, most of them like the non-stick pans are available here. You don't get the kadai types, maybe not in all stores, but you will find them in few stores, or you will find deep shaped pans which you can use instead of kadais. But you should bring other specific Indian utensils like Indian cooker if you're very particular. We do get cookers here too, but the cooker that we get here in Mexico are not the whistle kinds which makes whistles. We are all used to those 3 whistles, 4 whistles. So that is not available here, but a cooker is definitely available here in Mexico too. So in case you don't have space for a cooker, don't worry, cooker is available, but you just have to get used to the time. Like for example, you have the rice cooks in 10 minutes or 15 minutes, because as I said, the cookers that are available here in Mexico don't give the whistles, so that might be a little problem. But otherwise, try to bring your Indian cooker. Then don't forget to bring your chapati balan and the thing that you have to roll the chapati on, because that is not available here. Rollers are available here, but they are those big ones which people use for baking, so that's not really comfortable to roll chapati out. So don't forget to bring your chapati balan. And any other specific things, like for example, if you're like me from Kerala, don't forget to bring your puttu maker and things like that. So if you have anything particular, then bring them. Maybe that is not available here, but otherwise the normal karais, the normal non-stick pans and dosa pans are all available here. When I say a dosa pan, it's not the ones that we get in India, but they are the ones that we make crepes here in Mexico. So it's little big, but it serves a purpose. So these are the few things which comes to my mind when I think of packing for my international trip. Let me know if I missed anything in this, because I don't think I did, but in case I did, do mention that in the comment box and I will reply to that. So let's talk about the things that you shouldn't bring. As I already mentioned, you cannot bring lentils or rice or beans. They are not allowed here in Mexico. And don't bring any leaves or plants, because I know many of us are very particular about tulsi plant or curry leaf leaves. So don't bring them here, because they will be thrown out in the airport. So don't waste your time packing those things. They are not available here, but unfortunately you cannot bring them here too. So those were few things that I think will be useful to you if you're planning your international trip. And let me know if you have any other questions. And don't forget to like my video, don't forget to leave a comment, and don't forget to share it too. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So I will see you in the next one. Until then, take care and bye.